裝置進行可行性嘅研究，包括技術要求、私隱問題同埋法律責任等等。公署認同呢一個係良好嘅方向。我十分之高興，運輸署呢係大致接納公署提出嘅12項主要建議。公署呢亦都已經開始跟進部分建議嘅實施情況。公署會繼續同署方跟進其他建議嘅落實情況。各位朋友，接下嚟呢，我會同大家分享一下我上任5個月以嚟呢一啲睇法同埋一啲感受，以及公署呢未來嘅工作方向。公署嘅工作係推動高效、以民為本、良政善治嘅公共行政，從而促進社會嘅和諧發展。所以喺未來嘅幾年，公署嘅重要工作目標係更加着重喺解決市民實際面對嘅困難，目的係改善民生，促進社會和諧進步。我上任之後，向公署提出3個策略性嘅方向。第一，公署會特別着力推動以調解方式處理市民大眾嘅申訴，迅速回應市民嘅訴求，緩解市民嘅不滿，化解社會矛盾同埋怨氣，從而凝聚各方嘅力量，全社會可以合力拼經濟，改善民生。喺本年度頭5個月呢，已經初見成效。公署呢已經完成嘅調解嘅個案呢，已經達到153宗，按季度呢係比較上一個年度呢已經有雙倍嘅增加。我第二個策略性嘅方向係推動跨部門、跨機構嘅協調同埋合作。公署透過處理涉及跨部門、跨機構嘅協作嘅個案呢，以及持續舉辦講座同埋工作交流會，着力鼓勵部門同埋機構共同協作，從而優化行政嘅安排，攜手為市民提供更加優良、更加到位嘅服務，增強市民嘅幸福感同埋獲得感。喺本年度首5個月，公署呢已經處理咗68宗涉及跨部門協作嘅個案。如果各位有留意公署嘅社交平台，我哋早幾日呢亦都公布咗2個全新嘅故事系列，即係矛盾拆解室同埋為民 Team Up， 同大眾市民分享同民生息息相關嘅好人好事，令大家更加了解公署點樣透過調解工作同埋跨部門協作去解決市民所急，將社會嘅矛盾化解。希望大家密切留意。除此之外呢，公署亦都剛剛委任咗香港和解中心會長羅偉雄博士，同埋香港和解中心理事會嘅理事同埋聯席創辦人蕭永儀律師擔任我嘅專家顧問，喺調解範疇為我哋提供專業嘅意見。第3個策略性工作嘅方向係重點宣揚正面看投訴呢個理念，向社會特別係我哋青少年嘅朋友提倡以正面積極嘅心態同埋方式，以改善公共行政為出發點嚟表達意見，同時鼓勵政府部門同埋公營機構以服務至上、多聽多了解嘅精神回應，共同為提升公共行政良政善治努力。我上任以嚟着重同社會同埋各界去溝通，深入各階層，深度去了解市民日常面對嘅種種困難。市民向公署求助，最主要嘅目的係希望公署解決佢哋嘅切身問題，而調解係最直接、最快速解決一般困擾市民嘅煩惱嘅好辦法。同時，調解亦都喺法理情3者兼備嘅一個處理申訴嘅一個手法。喺法律上，根據香港法例第397章申訴專員條例嘅第11B 條，公署喺考慮有關求助之後呢，如果認為當中係不涉及行政失當，或者只係涉及一啲好輕微嘅行政失當呢，係可以決定以調解方式去處理嘅。喺理同埋情方面，調解鼓勵雙方合作解決問題，促進雙贏嘅局面， 而且求助人呢亦都可以充分咁表達佢哋嘅感受同埋關切，亦都有助雙方呢係促進雙方嘅理解同埋安撫到呢求助人嘅情緒嘅。現時如果個案係只係涉及輕微或者冇行政失當呢，公署係將會以調解作為處理個案嘅重點模式。另外，我哋最近呢亦都建議政府部門同埋公營機構呢考慮喺日常工作上呢係推廣調解，同埋以調解方式呢係處理一啲求助嘅個案。公署呢亦都邀請咗政府部門同埋機構呢任命一名調解協調員，處理輕微而適宜調解嘅求助個案。另一方面，公署當然會繼續嚴正處理涉及行政失當嘅個案，秉公辦理，指出問題嘅症結，要求同埋督促部門同埋機構作出實際改善嘅措施。今日嘅主動調查行動就係一個好好嘅例子。事實上，公署嘅調查同埋調解工作係相輔相成嘅。一方面，公署會繼續全力展開全面調查同埋主動調查行動，就行政失當嘅個案，特別係發現有系統性嘅流弊，公署會向相關部門同埋機構嚴正指出，提供實際改善嘅建議，要求相關部門或者機構改進，並且監督落實嘅進度。同時，公署呢亦都會適時向社會同埋傳媒公佈調查嘅結果，讓大眾係知悉嘅。另一方面，如果公署認為個案唔涉及行政失當，亦都可以選擇以調解方式繼續處理呢個個案，以解開求助市民嘅心結。我認為調查同埋調解工作係相互配合嘅，亦都可以快速處理市民日常困擾嘅最佳嘅方式。調解工作不但唔會淡化公署嘅調查職能，反而係有助提升公署促進社會和諧嘅角色。喺5年嘅任期內，我會帶領公署全體人員緊守崗位，以無比幹勁同埋熱誠服務市民，把好關、定目標、求結果，為特區嘅美好將來努力奮鬥。多謝大家。以下時間呢，我會用英文呢係簡略咁將我頭先嘅講話呢係用英文表達一次嘅嚇。Today, I will announce the findings of our direct investigation operation into the Transport Department's arrangements for driving tests. In recent years, we noticed a growing public demand for driving tests and an ever-increasing waiting time for candidates. In 2022, the waiting time for road tests was once as long as more than 340 days. During the outbreak of the COVID pandemic, the Transport Department suspended the written and road tests on 6 occasions, resulting in a backlog of driving test applications. To clear the backlog, the department has implemented some enhancement measures to increase the number of driving tests in the aftermath of the pandemic. The current waiting time for road tests for private cars and light goods vehicles has been shortened to around 200 days. While recognizing the efforts made by the Transport Department, we consider that there is still room for improvement in the arrangements for driving tests, and we have therefore made a total of 12 major recommendations. These recommendations cover a number of important areas, including the reporting arrangement of driving examiners and management of driving test centers. With a view to enhancing the efficiency of driving tests, in particular, we estimate that if the reporting arrangements was implemented, about 5,500 additional road tests for non-commercial vehicles could be conducted each year, meaning an additional 5,500 candidates can be benefited. We consider that this recommendation, which does not require additional manpower or man-hour or examination centers, but only a change of the reporting arrangement, for the driving examiners is really worth pursuing. In addition, we make reference to the experience of the mainland and other jurisdictions and make recommendations on the arrangements of video recording during driving tests. We consider that the Transport Department must seriously review the existing arrangement of prohibiting video recording for road tests. If it is considered that video recording of road tests is feasible, the need to protect personal privacy should be taken into account, and there should be continuous engagement with stakeholders. The Transport Department has generally accepted our recommendations. I'm pleased to note its positive response to our direct investigation operation. On a separate note, I wish to share with you the strategic focus of my office and the way forward. In the coming years, we shall go full steam ahead with the use of mediation to resolve complaints from the public, reduce conflicts in society, bring about social cohesion, with a view to revitalize the economy and improve people's livelihood. Our efforts begin to bring positive results. In the first 5 months of this reporting year, 153 mediation cases have been completed, double that in the previous year. Another strategic focus of my office is to make every effort to promote interdepartmental collaboration. We encourage various government departments and public organizations to work together on the premise of a caring community and join hands to enhance administrative arrangements for better public services and a stronger sense of gain among members of the public. In the first 5 months of this reporting year, we have handled 68 cases involving interdepartmental collaboration. We will soon launch on our social media platforms 2 new series of case stories featuring the good people and good deeds in our daily lives. These stories can illustrate to the public how our efforts to promote mediation and interdepartmental collaboration have helped address the problems they encounter and reduce misunderstanding in society. We have just appointed as my expert advisors Dr. Francis Law, President of the Hong Kong Mediation Center, and Ms. Sylvia Seal, Council Member and Co-founder of Hong Kong Mediation Center. They will provide us with expert advice on matters relating to mediation. The third strategic focus is to continue instilling a positive complaint culture in society and encouraging members of the public, especially the younger generation, to express views in a positive and constructive manner with the aim of improving public administration. We also encourage government departments and public organizations to listen and understand more before responding to public views. With concerted efforts, they can provide quality services, improve public administration, and foster good governance. Since assuming office, I have focused on communicating with the community to gain a deeper understanding of the difficulties members of the public are facing in their daily lives. The main objective of the public seeking our assistance is to have their pressing issues resolved. Mediation is therefore the most direct and efficient method to address their concerns. Mediation is a method that incorporates legal principles, rational and emotional consideration. Legally, according to Section 11B of the Ombudsman Ordinance, Cap 397, after considering a case, if the office determines that it does not involve maladministration or only involves minor maladministration, it may handle the request through mediation. From a rational and emotional perspective, mediation encourages both parties to collaborate in resolving issues, fostering a win-win situation. Those seeking assistance from us can fully express their feelings and concerns which helps facilitate mutual understanding and soothe their emotions. My office will now use mediation as the default mode in handling actionable or pursuable complaint cases involving minor or no administration. We have recently recommended all departments and agencies to consider root problems, urging government departments and public agencies to implement practical improvements. To sum up, mediation can strengthen the investigative functions of my office and enhance our watchdog role and promoting social harmony at the same time. Finally, I will need my office to serve the public with vigor and dedication. We shall set targets, strive for results, and perform our gatekeeping role diligently for the continuous betterment of our community. Thank you very much.
接咗落嚟，我哋公署嘅調查主任湯俊賢先生會為我哋講解一下呢一個主動調查行動報告嘅內容。
唔該，專員同埋主持，各位早晨。今日我報告嘅主動調查行動題目係運輸署有關駕駛考試嘅安排。我嘅報告將會分為以下部分，包括駕駛考試服務嘅概況、考試評核及上訴嘅處理、駕駛考試嘅相關安排，最後係公署嘅建議。而家運輸署係按照香港法例第374章《道路交通條例》同埋其附屬法例第374B 章《道路交通駕駛執照規例》，提供包括考試申請、考試評核、上訴處理等嘅駕駛考試服務。運輸署轄下有17個駕駛考試中心，遍佈香港島、九龍同埋新界。17個考試中心入邊有11個專門舉行非商用車輛路試，有4個只係舉行商用車輛路試，另外有2個中心可以同時舉行非商用車同商用車嘅路試。所謂非商用車輛同商用車輛係指運輸署不同車輛駕駛執照嘅分類。私家車、輕型貨車同電單車會被視為非商用車輛。至於商用車輛，簡單嚟講係包括的士、小巴、巴士、貨車、掛接式車輛等。駕駛考試會分為3個部分。第一係甲部筆試，會考核道路交通規例同埋安全駕駛意識嘅內容。第二係乙部試，屬於一項要求考生展示基本駕駛技術嘅考試。最後係丙部試，係關於實際道路操作嘅路試。現時運輸署就住駕駛考試有4個服務承諾。第一個係有關商用車輛路試，運輸署承諾喺接獲小巴、巴士、中型及重型貨車以及掛接式車輛駕駛執照申請後嘅82日之內舉行路試。第2同第3項嘅服務承諾係有關筆試，運輸署承諾喺接獲學習駕駛執照嘅申請後嘅45日內，同埋喺接獲的士駕駛執照申請後嘅60日內舉行筆試。最後一個服務承諾係喺筆試完結後嘅15分鐘內公佈成績。喺2008年，運輸署有多一個服務承諾。當年運輸署曾經承諾喺接獲私家車、輕型貨車同埋電單車駕駛執照申請後嘅82日之內舉行路試，並制定咗95%達標率做目標。喺2008至到10年，運輸署都能夠達標。其後非商用車嘅考試數目開始飆升。2011年，非商用車輛嘅服務承諾達標率有所下降，去到2013年，達標率跌到去29%。當時運輸署預期非商用車輛嘅考試需求會持續增加，但係該處提供考試嘅能力則受到考試中心嘅數目所限，以致到達標率偏低。經過檢討之後，運輸署喺2016年取消咗非商用車輛路試承諾，唔再預測達標率。2020至到22年，駕駛考試服務受到新冠疫情影響，考試輪候時間最高升到接近1年。現時輪候時間已經有所改善。圖表顯示嘅係過去12年唔同車種駕駛路試嘅平均輪候日數。黃色線顯示嘅係商用車輛路試。另外3個顏色顯示嘅包括輕型貨車合併試、私家車合併試同埋電單車路試。 喺2019年之前，除咗商用車輛路試嘅輪候時間相對穩定，其餘3項非商用車路試嘅輪候時間係呈上升趨勢。2020年因為新冠疫情，政府暫緩咗駕駛考試服務同申請，所累積落嚟嘅個案導致到輪候時間喺22年升到最高峰。其後運輸署推出咗增加考期嘅措施，輪候時間喺23年開始有所減少。現時截至到24年嘅8月中，市民需要輪候最高7個月，即係210日左右。輪候時間仍然較以往非商用車輛服務承諾嘅82日嘅時間長。公署認為，除非駕駛考試嘅需求持續下降，否則市民仍然需要輪候較長嘅時間先可以進行路試。相反，如果將來路試需求再次上升，輪候時間就會回升返去更加高嘅水平。公署建議運輸署應該要積極研究縮短路試嘅輪候時間，例如透過調配人力資源同埋開闢新嘅考場，去增加考試嘅供應。另外，公署認為運輸署以往就住非商用車輛訂立服務承諾嘅做法係良好公共行政嘅表現。輪候時間係一個重要嘅指標，可以用嚟評估同埋改善部門嘅服務質素，亦都有助優化資源分配嘅工作。因此，運輸署應該考慮恢復為非商用車輛路試制定服務承諾。另一方面，就住駕駛考試嘅評核同上訴，現時路試期間係唔容許進行攝錄。運輸署表示，如果考生要求攝錄路試嘅過程，考牌主任會向考生作出解釋，並且關掉相關嘅攝錄器材之後先至開始路試。如果考生不滿駕駛考試嘅評核結果，可以向運輸署或者交通審裁處提出上訴。如果發現主考程序有問題，或者有證據顯示考牌主任嘅判斷出現疑點，而影響路試結果，運輸署會考慮為考生安排重考或者修訂成績。近年運輸署同埋交通審裁處處理有關駕駛考試嘅覆核上訴數目均有所增加。圖表可以見到喺2017至到23年，藍色線顯示運輸署每年收到有192至到380宗嘅考試上訴個案，而橙色線顯示嘅係交通審裁處同期收到有關駕駛考試覆核申請嘅數目，則由4宗至到21宗不等。喺呢7年間，運輸署總共處理咗1817宗嘅考試上訴，其中13宗係上訴成功嘅個案。換言之，運輸署所處理駕駛考試上訴嘅成功率大概係0.71%，亦都只係不足1%。公署認為，攝錄嘅安排可以客觀記錄路試期間發生嘅事情，有助當局提高考試上訴同覆核嘅效率。因此，運輸署必須要檢討禁止路試嘅安排。如果完成檢視之後，運輸署認為可以實行路試嘅攝錄安排，應該一併研究保障個人私隱嘅措施，並與相關嘅持份者持續溝通。長遠而言，亦都應該考慮進一步探討能否應用科技協助考牌主任去評核路試。就住考試相關嘅文件方面，考生現時參加駕駛考試需要繳付港幣510蚊去購買駕駛考試表格，考試表格嘅有效期係18個月。另外，如果考生想進行學習駕駛，就必須要持有相關車輛類別嘅學牌，即係學習駕駛執照。學牌嘅有效期係12個月，申領費用係548蚊。公署認為，除非運輸署可以喺短期內縮減路試嘅輪候時間去到接近10年前82日嘅水平，否則而家路試需求高，以致到輪候時間長嘅情況下，學牌12個月嘅有效期同埋考試表格18個月嘅有效期，可能會間接增加咗考生嘅時間同金錢成本。而運輸署亦都需要投放資源去處理相關嘅續期申請，行政成本都可能會增加。因此，公署建議運輸署需要檢視學習駕駛執照同埋駕駛考試表格嘅有效期。就住應試車輛登記方面，現時考生一般係使用由私人駕駛師傅提供嘅應試車輛進行考試。有公眾意見指，即使考生喺路試當日準時報到，但如果佢嘅駕駛教師連同車輛遲到或者冇出席路試，考生會被視為缺席，並需要重新輪候路試。由於私人駕駛教師可以同時教授多個學生， 有可能需要喺同一日內短時間穿梭唔同嘅考試中心，將應試車輛提供俾同一日應試嘅考生所使用。運輸署表示，而家如果有多過一個考生喺同一個考試時間以同一架應試車輛做報到登記，該處只係會為第一個報到嘅考生去做登記，之後嘅考生就要自行安排其他嘅車輛應試。而如果考生因為上述嘅原因缺席路試，可以作事後解釋並且申請改期。運輸署會考慮係咪容許為該個考生再次編配尾期，但係考生認為上述嘅情況仍然對佢哋造成不公。公署認為上述嘅情況除咗會影響到考生需要重新輪候路試，更加會浪費咗珍貴嘅考期資源。公署建議運輸署可以透過採取合適嘅行政措施，避免有多個考生喺同一個嘅考試時段登記使用相同嘅車輛參加路試。基於公署以上嘅調查所得，我哋向運輸署總共提出咗12項嘅主要改善建議。詳情大家可以參閱翻手上嘅報告摘要。我今日嘅報告嚟到呢度，多謝大家，將時間交翻俾主持。
好，接住落嚟就係我哋嘅答問嘅時間。傳媒朋友，如果就住剛才所發表嘅內容呢，有啲咩提問嘅話，歡迎你舉手。咁啊，我哋同事就會遞個咪俾你。請你喺發問之前呢，講出你所代表嘅傳媒機構。係後面呢一位。
你好，係 Cable 嘅。想問下咧，因為就提到話過去7年咧有1800幾宗嘅上訴啦，想問下係主要涉及係邊方面嘅投訴，即係處理上訴嘅機制咧有冇改善嘅空間？咁而亦都聽到咧就話16年即係取消咗嗰個非商用車輛服務承諾啦。咁公署就建議佢哋重新設立翻，想知道對於個日數有冇一個建議，幾多日先算合適咧？唔該。
多謝你嘅提問啊，兩個問題。先講第一個問題啦，就嗰個係上訴嗰個個案呢，我哋喺過往7年有1800宗呢個案，涉及咧最主要咧都係覺得咧嗰個考試嘅安排咧係有不足嘅地方，評核咧係有不公平嘅地方，即係主要都係考生如果唔合格嘅話咧，佢覺得咧係有啲地方咧係需要咧係去上訴，佢哋亦都有理據認為咧係應該運輸署咧係重新考慮佢哋呢個考試嗰個成績。嗰個機制咧其實已經運輸署有一個良好嘅機制嘅，佢有一個獨立嘅委員會咧係處理啲上訴，係獨立於運輸署，係一班係獨立嘅公眾人士同埋有呢方面嘅專家咧去處理嘅。所以我哋覺得咧呢個上訴機制本身咧就冇大問題。不過評核嘅結果嘅上訴咧就係要睇理據。現時嚟講咧，主要都係靠考牌主任咧係用佢喺現場即時撰寫嘅評核報告去做一啲裁判。咁但係頭先我喺講話都有講過啦，現時嚟講咧嗰啲考牌主任去寫佢個評核報告嘅時候咧，個標準係唔係一樣嘅。各有各嘅寫法，我甚至知道有啲考牌主任咧係用畫圖嘅形式嘅，亦都有啲用文字嘅形式嘅。咁我哋覺得呢度有改進嘅空間啦。運輸署應該係制定一個係統一嘅一個係指引，去容讓啲考牌主任咧可以用一個一致嘅方式記錄到佢哋嗰個評核結果。第二個方面係可以幫助得到個上訴嘅機制咧。就係我哋其中一個提議咧，就係容讓考生用一個攝錄機攝錄嗰個考試個過程，咁咧就係可以比較客觀同埋全面咁將成個考試嘅過程咧係記錄落嚟，就有助個上訴委員會咧係決定嗰個上訴嘅一個情況嘅。
好，前面中間呢一位。服務承諾
服務承諾咧，我哋公署知悉咧，以往咧運輸署係有個服務承諾嘅，咁但係咧又因為後來咧因為實在個輪候時間長，亦都係因為嗰個疫情嘅關係咧，嗰個輪候時間咧當時可能都唔係好實際啦，咁就運輸署咧就係停用咗呢個承諾嘅。咁我哋公署建議咧，作為一個良好嘅 行政咧，公共行政咧，其實就應該建議運輸署咧係應該重新採納一個係服務嘅承諾嘅。至於嗰個服務嗰個承諾嘅日期咧，呢個真係要靠運輸署嘅專業嘅判斷。公署就唔會過問佢嗰個係承諾嘅日數。多謝。
Questions from AFP. The difference between mediation and investigation is that mediation results are not published. Given your shift in focus, does this mean the Ombudsman's work will be less accessible to the public in the future? And will future investigation reports still be accessible by the public? My second question is, what is the latest progress in the direct investigation and the management of records on government websites and social media accounts? My third question is, activist Owen Chow recently alleged that prisoners have had trouble sending complaints to the Ombudsman. Is that true, and has the Ombudsman done anything about that? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your questions. I'll try to answer one by one. On mediation, this is not going to lessen our role in investigations. Actually, as I explained earlier, under the ordinance, we have to conduct mediation. If the complaints does not involve major maladministration or just minor maladministration, and the ordinance is there, the law is there, and we are under the law required to conduct mediation. And for mediation and investigation, the difference is, for investigation is a lengthy process. The result may not be acceptable to the complainant. On the other hand, mediation focuses on mutual agreement. The case is completed with both parties' consent, and they have also to sign on the written form, which will be recorded. On the publication of the mediation cases, although we may not publish every one of them, but as I mentioned early on in my speech, we have these good deed, good people stories, and in that column, we will regularly and frequently publish these mediation cases. You asked about a particular direct investigation on government website. I can only say that the work is ongoing. As and when result is ready, we will announce. On the third question about prisoners access to complaints channel, there's absolutely no problem. We handle such cases regularly and frequently, and there's no question of inmates in our correctional institutes have any problem in seeking our assistance. Thank you.
好，前面呢一位綠色衫嘅。
Good afternoon, Mr. Chan. Some English questions from the South China Morning Post. Firstly, we just wanted to ask a little bit about the Ombudsman's opinion on the findings from this report, particularly waiting time, because it has shown that it didn't really drastically decrease from the one shown from previous year, rising from, for instance, 100-something days to 300-something days. Just want to see what the Ombudsman thinks about their findings in this regard. And the second thing is that we wanted to ask about the whether the Ombudsman believes that the suggestions they made this time would be effective in reducing the waiting time for the driving test and also increasing the supply of the driving test, because particularly this is not the first time that the Transport Department has been investigated for this type of issue. So just want to see what they think about their effectiveness. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your questions. On the waiting time for the test, as I said earlier, the longest was 340 days. And without commencement of our investigation, and the Transport Department has already implemented some enhancement measures, and therefore the waiting time has shortened from 340 days to 200 days. We hope without further implementation of our recommendations, this waiting time will further be shortened. For example, one of our recommendations is the reporting arrangements for examiners. With our proposal, if it is implemented, we estimate that an additional 5,500 slots will become available each year. That means the waiting time will further be shortened. And we also recommend with the department to increase manpower on examination and also to provide more venues for driving tests. This altogether will further shorten the time for the waiting for the driving test. Thank you.
好，下近窗嗰一位女士。
係明報嘅，就想問下，而家你就話喺4間中心嗰度就試行呢個直接報導嘅機制啦。咁我請問嗰個即係佢而家嗰個成效如何呢？同埋係咪都係即係非商用即係不達標嗰個中心嚟講係比較即係不達標？同埋我想問有幾多間非商用中心其實係不達標嘅咧？係咪所有非商用嗰個牌照嗰啲中心都係不達標咧？另一條問題就係想問嗰個調解嗰個個案嗰度啦，就係聽到你話咧，即係今年嗰個政策之一，未來政策之一都係調解啦。咁但係見到上年度即係23至24年度咧，其實處理嗰個結案。即係嗰個案件咧，大概係187宗左右啦。咁今年首5個月咧都係100宗左右嘅。咁有冇信心可以超越，即係去翻之前22至23年嗰個水平，即係300幾宗咧？同埋有冇今年有冇訂立一個 KPI？另一條最後一條問題就係想問其實過往10年左右啦，申訴專員咧佢哋喺最多只有3個月時間咧，係未有發表呢一個調解嘅結果，申訴嘅結果嘅。咁但係咧，你4月履新至今咧，即係相隔咗5個月啦，先發表第一份調查報告。咁當中有啲咩原因呢？
好啊，多謝你嘅問題啊。先講嘅嗰4個 centre 啊，我哋嘅報告咧係冇話係有啲 centre 咧係唔達標嘅。我哋覺得咧，個17個考試中心咧都係運作正常不過當然嗰個輪候時間係長咗，所以我哋咧就俾建議咧就係點樣可以縮短呢個輪候時間。頭先講過關於嗰個考牌主任報到嘅安排係一種啦，加長亦都係一種啦呢啲都係好有效，我哋覺得咧係會縮短到嗰個輪候嘅時間。你頭先講話嗰個調解嗰度咧，你個數字咧係187宗咧，呢係舊年做到，即係23、24年嘅數字嚟嘅。頭先我講嗰個153宗咧係今年頭5個月咁即係去咗都未夠一半啦。咁如果你做一個簡單嘅計一計咧，就乘一乘咧，就應該我哋如果係同一個咁嘅速率咧，就應該超過300宗嘅啦。咁即係等於係舊年度嘅1倍㗎啦，呢個我哋十分之有把握嘅。我亦都不滿於就單係雙倍添，我要求係多過雙倍嘅。咁點解可以做到咁呢？除咗我鼓勵啲同事多做調解之外呢，我係增撥咗資源去做呢啲工作嘅。特別係呢，我哋係而家係公署呢係全資去資助我哋嘅人員呢去參加呢一啲深造班。調解嘅深造班，而家所有嘅調解員呢，喺我哋公署呢已經係有基本嘅調解課程，受過基本嘅訓練嘅。而家呢就我哋全資去鼓勵出資俾我哋啲調解員呢啲調查員呢去讀一啲深造班。我哋應該而家已經超過大半嘅我哋嘅調解員呢已經係深造班嘅培訓嘅畢業嘅學員，我哋甚至乎有唔少嘅係專業嘅調解員添，即係有專業資格進行專業嘅調解工作嘅人員。咁呢個係一個鼓勵。第二個呢，就係我亦都將調解呢個工作呢加入咗調查員嘅考勤之中，即係佢每一年我哋睇佢嘅業績呢，睇佢個工作表現呢，調解係一個重要嘅課題。 我哋叫 core competency， 即係個基本能力調解係其中之一。咁呢啲咧就可以幫助得到。第三個問題咧，話點解我上任5個月之後至出第一個報告咧？嗱，呢個就即係我喺今年7月9號向立法會係交代我哋公署嘅工作咧，亦都講得清楚啦。主動調查行動係一個好重要嘅一個工作，係一個好重要嘅課題。我哋一定要做得精、做得準，不求多，即係貴精不貴多，亦都貴精不貴快嘅，唔係鬥快嘅呢啲嘢，係要做得精準。好似今日我哋個主動調查咧，我哋覺得就對運輸署呢個考試安排咧係十分之有建設性，係好有作用嘅。我哋希望運輸署咧係真係用心去落實呢啲建議。所以所有嘅主動調查都係要做得好，應做就做，做得精準，做得全面，唔係鬥快嘅工作。
好，後面灰色衫嗰位先生。
Good morning from RTHK. So first, we'd like to focus on the investigation that is released today. Any recommendations in regards to the Transport Department setting up or reinstating the target waiting time for driving tests? And secondly, on your work as the Ombudsman, any set target on initiating direct investigations and mediations, and why do you think that mediation is so important during your tenure? Thank you.
Thank you. Mediation is very important. The main purpose of the Ombudsman Office is to resolve our citizens' grievances. And the best way to resolve these grievances is by mediation, because it's the fastest and most efficient way to resolve them. As in my experience, I read each and every case file, and I noticed that the great majority of these complaint cases actually involve minor daily issues, daily grievances, like for example, environmental hygiene, trash collection, air conditioning, dripping water, these sorts of daily issues. And these issues can best be resolved by mediation because it can be done very quickly. I've come across a case that the same day the matter is resolved. I just quote you one example. There's a person who lost his wallet, and a good citizen picked it up and put inside a mailbox. And the same day, the post office got the wallet, and after looking inside the content, find the owner telephone number and called him. And that person who lost his wallet was very happy. Of course, his wallet was fine, but was surprised to see that he could not get his wallet back from the post office. He had to go to a police station because the current arrangement is the post office had to deliver the wallet to a police station, and the person who lost the wallet has to go to that police station, report that case, and then show document to retrieve his wallet. So this is time consuming and troublesome. And with mediation, we got this complaint from that citizen. We immediately called the relevant post office and talked with that person in charge. And that person in charge agreed to adopt a new method. So instead of going through the police station, that person can just simply go to the post office, show his passport or other document with photos to confirm his identity. He can collect the wallet back instantly. And further to that, the post office has reviewed its procedure and considering if in future all such cases can be dealt with in the post office themselves without bothering the police, and therefore save a lot of time for both the post office and also the police. This is an example how mediation work. Thank you.
Any set target on direct investigations and mediation?
Okay. As I said earlier, answering another questions, the main purpose of direct investigation is to make recommendations to government departments or agencies to improve their administration. This is a very important and complicated work. As I said in Legislative Council on the 9th of July, this investigation work must be done precisely, accurately, and comprehensively. We don't ask for a certain target. We don't set a time to complete this investigation. We find good case, we'll conduct such investigation. But of course, I'm quite confident that in the coming year, we'll be able to conduct more or less same number of direct investigation. Because how can I say that? Because I have already have many such cases, such operations in hand. It's double digit, I can tell you. So I don't have problem. And since I arrived in this office, I've already suggest 3 new topics for direct investigation. So we have enough cases to conduct, so don't worry about that. And for mediation, my target is as many as possible.
係前面中間呢一位啊。
專員你好，商台首先想問翻呢有關今次調查嗰度嗰個考牌主任嗰個直接報到安排啦。即係本身想了解翻呢，其實運輸署有冇提交個數據喺佢哋試行嘅期間喺嗰4個考試中心，其實而家採用咗呢個直接嘅報到安排之後，有冇快咗幾多呢？或者有冇即係令到嗰個輪候時間縮短咗幾多呢？你所即係期望佢哋喺真係擴展至到其他嘅考牌中心之後，嗰個嘅輪候數字知道會快咗5500個啦，即係每一年咁樣，個輪候時間會短咗幾多咧？另外想講埋就係會唔會覺得咁樣冇咗嗰個直接去到何文田總部報到抽籤，會冇咗個公平性咧？即係轉用咗呢個直接報到安排。另外就想問翻，即係有啱啱行家都有問過有關周家成就佢聲稱就係話申訴專向喺處所喺收押所入邊比較難去到同申訴專員去反映入邊有啲情況，亦都講到係入邊有啲情況比較惡劣，可能衞生嘅情況等等，有咩回應呢？專員嚟，唔該晒。
好啊，多謝你問題嚇。先講嗰個係考牌主任報到嘅安排先。就我哋估計咧嚇，如果可以即係全面採納呢一個嘅方法嘅話咧，係可以增加到5500個嘅考試嘅名額。咁即係有5500個申請人咧可以受惠嘅。呢個係一個好，我都可以講係一個好聰明嘅一個做法。單係改變嗰個報到安排咧，就可以在不需要加人手，在不需要加長個工時，甚至不需要加考場數目，都可以增加咗個5500個，呢個好大嘅數目嚟嘅。就係一個好嘅安排。亦都方便咗考牌主任，即係你大家諗下，如果你係個考牌主任住喺天水圍，嗰個考試中心咪喺屯門或者元朗啦嚇，咁就佢喺天水圍，每朝8點鐘之前要搭車翻到去何文田，就做一件事嘅啫，就睇嗰個結果。咁啊攞到個結果，知道啊你真係好啦，今日我去元朗翻屋企附近去做工作，咁佢就要何文田又要搭翻車翻去元朗，咁你睇下呢段時間來回嘥咗幾多時間？而家我哋呢個新嘅方法就唔使啦，嗰個抽籤都係統一，好公平、好公正。咁啊，何文田嘅總部抽籤，大家睇到，而家可以直播㗎啦嚇，即係當然考牌主任直播啦，唔係我哋市民睇到啦。抽咗之後， 咁佢跟住透過手機或者平板電腦知道陳主任你今日咧就去元朗做考勤啦，做報道。咁佢由元朗天水圍去可能係10分鐘路程就去到元朗，相比現時嘅做法要2個鐘頭來回，咁係咪慳咗好多時間？嗰啲時間就攞嚟做考試咯。咁就所以點解會增加到咁多個原因就係咁。我哋未有一個數據係話全面實施晒我哋啲建議之後會縮短幾多？呢個亦都會睇當時唔同嘅環境嘅，可能即係報考嘅考生又多咗啦，天氣嘅關係啊等等都有。不過俾啲時間，如果運輸署全面落實晒呢啲建議之後，我哋咪睇到啲數據咯。大家亦都唔使擔心，我哋公署嗰個業績好好嘅，我哋嘅建議係100%係採納同落實嘅。點解呢？因為我追到你落實為止嘅，唔會放過你嘅。咁所以啲部門都知道嘅，公署一講咗嘅話咧，佢哋就要做。不過當然要俾啲時間。咁最後咧，你頭先講嗰個周家成案件咧，我親自都有睇嘅。我頭先都講，我每年4000幾宗嘅案件，我由上任以嚟咧，每一隻我都睇，查同唔查我都睇，查唔查點解我會睇原因，查點樣查法，結果點樣都睇。我亦都睇到有唔少嘅申訴咧，係來自一啲係懲教院舍裡面嘅人士嘅。我亦都覺得係呢個途徑係絕對冇問題，絕對暢順。我哋亦都係照一般咁嘅處理方式，不存在任何話喺在囚人士申訴有困難，絕對冇。佢可以，我哋甚至乎我哋有啲投訴嘅表格咧，擺喺嗰啲院舍裏面嘅，佢可以用我啲好簡單嘅方法都可以做到申訴嘅，所以呢個絕對冇問題。
大家對於剛才嘅新聞發佈會所發表嘅內容，仲有冇咩提問呢？
好，咁多謝大家嚇。
好，咁我哋嘅新聞發佈會就到此為止啦，多謝大家。